First time we met, we were here at X Stadium, and I was here with a group of buddies, and she was here with her friends. And I was already getting ready to leave. I went to the ATM to pull out some money, and I took a look to the left, and that's when I seen Karina.
No matter how good these chicks look, they broke. They looking for a come up.
That was it from there. She already had me hooked from the first time I seen her.
Love at first sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need money.
Went home and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I met the love of my life and I'm gonna have all his babies.
Babies, in-house pussy.
So, a few days ago, out of nowhere, the fiance of, in my opinion, the best boxer in the world right now, or one of two or three, and definitely not three, David Benavidez, the wife of David Benavidez, posted that she called off the wedding. Soon after, Benavidez himself, probably like a day or so, posted seemingly in agreement with his fiance. However, David's sister and mother both call bullshit. We'll talk about it right now on Doing It for GP.
Why am I so real? They don't understand me. I really don't know the deal about a brother.
Welcome back to the channel. Your boy Mac back with some thoughts, with some opinions, with some reactions. Hit the like button if you choose, it's free. And hopefully you stay a while. Shout out to the supporters. And with that said, let's take this walk.
First time we met, we were here at X Stadium, and I was here with a group of buddies, and she was here with her friends. And I was already getting ready to leave. I went to the ATM to pull out some money, and I took a look to the left, and that's when I seen Karina.
No matter how good these chicks look, they broke. They looking for a come up.
That was it from there. She already had me hooked from the first time I seen her.
Love at first sight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need money.
I had already seen that we had you know, some chemistries because she kept looking at me. The night after I left, or when we didn't see each other, I couldn't stop thinking about her. Just for a while, because I went back to Las Vegas and I couldn't stop thinking about her. So that's how I knew that she was the one.
I don't know, I knew right away. I like looked at him and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm in love. I went home and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I met the love of my life and I'm gonna have all his babies.
Babies, in-house pussy.
It was literally just like that. Like as soon as I saw him, I'm like, oh my God, amore. Like I knew. I just knew, I felt something, and I still do, but just that moment I was like, wait, like, is this love? Well, I was surprised that he was a boxer. Because
I never told her I was a boxer. At the time, I was world champion. I was the youngest world champion at that.
But I knew nothing about
boxing. And she didn't know
boxing.
anything.
Stop the cap.
Like, oh, so you're a local boxer? Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how I knew that I loved her, because I had felt something I never felt before.
It was destiny. It was meant to be.
Yeah, I feel like it was definitely destined that I met Karina and have my kids. If you take boxing out the equation and everything, I don't think I would ever meet Karina or be with my kids. So I definitely feel like this was destined to happen. And, you know, I'm just very happy I got to meet the love of my life.
You know.
Running around here pussy whip like your punk ass.
Yeah, man, listen. So, as I mentioned in the open, hey, I hope you're enjoying the content, Mr. Viewer.
What the fuck is the subscribe button?
Wife of boxer David Benavidez posted on IG about their wedding, and it went something like this. With an incredibly heavy heart, I, Karina, have made the painful decision to call off my wedding. This is not the ending I prayed for. I loved David with my whole heart and truly believed that through God's grace, healing and restoration were possible. I never stopped believing in the man I knew he could be, and I spent years trying to build our relationship on faith, forgiveness, and hope. I encouraged him to seek God, to be baptized, to pray, and to put Christ at the center of his life. I believe that if God could transform any heart, he could transform his. But I have come to understand that no one can force another person to choose healing or accountability. That decision has to come from within. The decision to cancel our wedding is because of his ongoing personal struggles that have affected our relationship, struggles that many are already aware of. I have spent years trying to protect him, defend him, and carry burdens that were never mine to carry. I can no longer continue doing that. My faith teaches me to forgive, to love, and to pray without ceasing. But it also teaches me that truth matters, that boundaries matter, and that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is stop shielding someone from the consequences of their own choices. I will never stop praying for David. I genuinely pray that he finds healing, peace, and a renewed relationship with God. I believe God can restore anyone who chooses him wholeheartedly. And then a day or so after, as I mentioned before, Benavidez himself, from his own account, says this. Here's a post from David. My wife and I are working our problems out. I never presented her with a prenup. Stop the lies. I'm man enough to admit my own faults, and I failed. Karina has always been by my side and loved me through everything. She helped me more than anyone. She's been there for me even through everything, and always loved me. It's my fault, no one else's. Now, even though as a boxing fan, it definitely struck me as odd that a usually private Benavidez would have put, of all things, out there his relationship for public consumption. And to be honest, that's not a typical move of a straight man in general. You just don't. That's why I was already immediately affirmed of the laws of nature. You know, when posts came out of Benavidez's sister in one and his mother in the other, confirmed by his sister that was his mother, both saying that Benavidez is currently locked out of his account. And I believe mommy and hermana. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how David treats his wife, but based on recent performances and appearances in public interviews, etc., I definitely say that I'm a skeptic that Benavidez is a cokehead again, which his wife alluded to. But I could be wrong. But I also believe he ain't co-sign her information all that, and take all the blame publicly about a situation the public didn't even ask to know about. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the one to call it off and she's just crashing out. But at the end of the day, man, be careful who you choose to spend your whole life with. I mean, y'all remember, as I showed in the clips earlier, where he met her at. He met her at an ATM.
I went to the ATM to pull out some money, and then I took a look to the left, and that's when I seen Karina.
That goes to show everything. Y'all be careful. Make better choices. But what do I know? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe if you like the content. Hit the notification bell. And with that said, hopefully you've been entertained and informed while passing this precious time that we have. And hopefully I've earned your sub. I go by the name of Mac. This has been Doing It for GP. Till next time.
I can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here, because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here.
Never did me, I spit the truth. Call you aware, fear-driven niggas get the boot. All of you squares couldn't fit up in my circle. All of us rare and will hurt you severe. Slow your roll, nigga, patience is a virtue.
Yeah, and a nigga bite any bark when I black out. How you gon' hide in the dark?
I went to the ATM to pull out some money,